Oh, hi there. Well, I had a completely different video that I was going to do for you today, but sometimes other things have to take precedence. So here I am in the sewing room cutting some strips for our EPP. I was going to have a video of the hand quilting that I'm doing on the Grace frame today, but and welcome back to the Shamrock Quilt Studio. I was going to have a video of working on the Grace frame today with the hand quilting, but I had some other things that really took precedence. We've had a switch in the weather, and we've had a few days of a reduced temperature and reduced humidity. We had a couple of days where it was too windy to really do anything out, but today the wind has kind of calmed down a little bit, and I was able to work on a project outside that I've been waiting on the weather. It has been so hot here that it's just about impossible to spend much time outside. And I have a little area that I'm trying to add a small flower garden in my backyard. And unless you're out there super early in the morning, it is in the blazing sun all day long. And it makes it really hard to get anything done. So after we had this morning, I was sitting watching the weather. I stepped outside to check the temperature. And it was cool enough that I took some time to work on that. And it's not finished, but I've gotten a good little bit done. And I feel encouraged that I can get it finished with another day or two of this type of weather. So instead of filming a video, I was outside digging in the dirt. Now, what I have figured out in the last few days or the few weeks is I haven't really been getting a whole lot done. And I think it's because I've got too many projects. I've got too many contingencies for doing this and that. For example, I have a Christmas project that's going to be coming out either next week or the following week. And I am to the point where I need to purchase or acquire some batting. So my initial plan today was to film a short video on the hand quilting and then go find batting. But what I realized was the store I was going to get it from doesn't have it on sale until next week, most likely. So I don't want to pay full price for it. I'd rather wait a few days and get it on sale. Now, the other thing that is frustrating to me is I probably have the batting somewhere in my storage closet, but it's just such an ordeal to try to find anything in there. I've still not come up with a good method for storing my things. It's just a regular closet, like a long closet that either like in some houses they have sliding doors. In this house they open up, which is really nice. But there's so many other things that are non-sewing things competing with the sewing things in there that it's kind of a challenge sometimes to find what you're looking for. And it's one of those things that you probably need to sit down and really think about how you use the items in the closet and what's the best way to store them. It's a pretty good amount of room. I think it's just set up poorly for what I'm trying to do. But back to the challenge there. So I think I'm going to wait until next week when the batting's on sale and then get it then. If for some reason it's not on sale, then I'll reevaluate then what we're going to do. But I start to thinking about other things that I'm not really making any progress with. I'm not really making any progress with the hand quilting. And I think that's because it's been so hot. I kind of link hand quilting and cool weather together, and frankly by the time dinner comes and dinner's gone, I just don't want to sit there and do that because it's warm still, and the mood just hasn't struck me as being something that I want to spend some time doing. We all have those situations from time to time. And then I've missed a couple of nights working on the EPP because I'm out of the white diamonds again. And I really needed to cut some strips. So I taken a few minutes, I come up here, I cleaned off this table. You would not believe what this table looked like. And I think I might have a little bit of footage of what it looked like when I was testing the camera before we started. So I may put that in here just so you can see it. But it was just piled up with decorating things. That we're swapping out some decorations in the house, and fabric from various projects on projects. It was just a mess. It really was a mess. And I'm sure that you've had that situation too, where you come to work on something and your desk is just covered. So I did clean off my desk. I got one of my drawers straightened in a little 10 minutes to tidy challenge. And now I am actually cutting these pieces. I was going to do that the other day and got distracted and never got it done. So that's what I'm working on right now. I think this particular blade, yep, it's beginning to get some little places in it where it doesn't want to cut. I'm going to try to make it go a little bit further since this is EPP, and it's a little more forgiving. I always have to check these because I'm cutting them just a little bit bigger. This is a sharper point on the edge of these diamonds, and I found that just a little bit more seam allowance is helping. So I think I'm going to do 4 strips. 4 is not going to be enough to finish this by any stretch of the imagination, but it will be enough to keep me busy for 3 or 4 nights for certain, maybe a little bit longer. Let me get this one cut. And then in my video the other day, if you happen to see it about the EPP progress, I also talked about not knowing how much fabric I have left for this. So I'm going to take a quick look. This is about 24 inches. So 24 inches is 1, 2, 3, 4 folds. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 folds. So 48 inches. We might have 1.5 yards, 2 yards here. So I think we're okay right now. And there's my little identifying mark that shows what this is. It doesn't say on this what fabric it is. I wish it did. But I usually take a picture of things when I buy, take a picture of the end of the bolt when I buy something. So that will tell me. Let me pin this on here right now. My little pen thing fell off the table because I've got 3, 4 different projects using white material, and I don't want to get them mixed up. I think this is the House brand fabric. And the last time I was there, they didn't have any more, so we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so we've got that together. What else did I want to bring you up to date on? I don't know that there is anything else. I haven't really had time to work on the design your own quilt, the one with the sunflower. I think I'm going to kind of put that aside for a couple of weeks until I can get this Christmas project out. I also need to work on our October block of the month. I know in my head what we're going to do. I just have to make it happen so we can have a video on that. And even though we're just beginning September, trust me, the end of September will be here before you know it. And so we need to start working on that so we have something cute for October. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's kind of a little rambling video about some of the problems and the struggles that I'm having. I think sometimes sharing those struggles is helpful to other people because they feel like they're not alone. So if you're out there and you're struggling with either knowing what to do, how to get started with it, how to keep going with it. Know that everybody struggles with that, and it is easy to become overwhelmed or discouraged, but I would encourage you to just keep moving along, even if it's something that you just spend 5 minutes tidying your desk, tidying your sewing room, threading your machine, something as easy as that, filling up a bobbin. Just do something that'll move you along. And then the next time you sit down, or the next time you find a little pocket of time, do just a little bit more. I think you'll find that when you're prepared and you have the time to sit and do it without other stresses, and particularly the stresses of sewing. I mean, the other things we can kind of set aside, but when it's the sewing stuff that's stressing you, put it away. Focus on what has to be done first, and the other things will fall into place. If you liked our video today, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Invite a friend to share this, and we will see you next time at the Shamrock Quilt Studio. Bye.